he was a runner, I tripped on it. Next thing you know, somehow, alcohol open. I was sniffing me behind you. He just got right up on me here, you know? And he was literally helping too much. I mean, here's a dog, he's never been trained for this. And just, clearly,
He just needs something.
I knew something wrong, that went to my feet. Had a big black shadow following around all the time. I said, you gotta hang the rest of your life, guy. Beautiful dog. The funny part was for Christmas, I got him a cow leg, big bone. And I just thought, you know, he's all happy. That thing would twist out. And he started walking around with it, you know? And he started going down on it.
It's 7 o'clock, let's call this meeting order. Please stand, say the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Before I get a motion to approve the agenda, I would like to move the flare run up to the beginning,
Oh, okay. Right.
so she'll have to sit through here. And by the way, we are on Facebook, if you guys, some of you guys are new.
Mean we gotta behave?
What's that?
Does that mean we gotta behave?
Especially,
Where do you move that up to?
very first, before Tuscola County Road Commission.
So first thing of business.
Yeah. Roll call. Motion to
Oh, hold on
approve.
a second. Okay, so the agenda was moved that way, and then, are we gonna talk about, weed nuisance under, anything?
I didn't even,
Because you tabled that, so
I didn't,
are we gonna add it to it? We're gonna talk about
We
it?
can add it.
I'd like to.
where you wanna put that?
Okay. You don't have new and used.
We got an
Business. Could be correspondence, could be after business.
Let's talk about the attorney.
Okay, attorney, okay. And then, one more thing. Oh, you got this? You're gonna put this in the agenda?
That's
Or
already on
township or what?
That's
Park?
under the Park and Township.
Okay.
All right. I need a motion to approve the agenda as moved. And
I'll make the motion to approve and it. Whatever he did.
do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any other discussion? All in favor? Aye. Oh, man. I just looked in my packet. Didn't have me there, sorry.
Was that special?
No.
Oh, right.
That one.
Yeah, I have
Special
it.
one.
I didn't have
I
me.
have read this.
No, I went and grabbed my own. You didn't have me. But I didn't grab the special one because I forgot about that. If you're doing that.
I didn't even write it on there. We can add, well.
Well, you have to. It's the first business, it's the first meeting after. Either you do it tonight or they're approved.
to put it on, add it to the agenda. The special meeting minutes.
Oh, you did, yeah.
Approving of the March 12th
Minutes.
We'll make a motion to approve. Any second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any nays? Motion carried. March 25th, special meeting.
The only thing, I don't remember, and I was trying to look at my notes. We're giving them a laptop, are we giving it, buying them a laptop, or are they getting ones that PCs aren't using?
I was just gonna give them the PCs for right now,
Or
but
the one we found in the garbage can? Give it to them. No, which one?
well, I was gonna see what they had, and I forgot to call
Okay. Call it ITs?
call IT and see what we can get for just a laptop with our,
What's the word on it?
with Word on it, that,
Okay.
because we already paid for it as a business.
Yeah, the Microsoft 365, yes.
No, there's this one. I need a motion to accept.
I got a question on this one. On the back,
Go ahead.
on the back page,
For the special?
the motion by Deb Thomas, everybody's further about the key, and then it's 2 yes, 3 no, but then it says motion dies for lack of support. What's that about?
No, that gets, just get crossed out.
What gets crossed out, so I know?
The motion to die, because it was voted on.
So then it would say what?
Nothing. It just gets crossed out.
You don't put, no, you know what I mean? You say motion carried, if it's carried, you usually say something, if it's,
Okay, motion
I
died.
did say something.
Oh,
Just
you
motion
said
died.
motion dies.
so now you're gonna leave motion dies and take out for lack of support.
Yes,
That's what I'm asking.
yes. Need a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve these minutes
With changes?
with changes.
There was only one change.
Yeah.
Or with change.
Thank
Do
you.
we have a second? I'll second it. All in favor?
Ah.
Any nays? 5-0. Payables. Good.
Are you gonna talk about the alarms, or you want me to say it? While we're spending that much money?
Go ahead.
Do you have anything to report, or you saying anything else? We purchased 3 tornado alarm systems, they're installed, right?
Yep.
All up and running?
No.
No?
Which one ain't run up and running?
Okay.
Oh, they haven't been tested yet.
They tested them at once already, right when they put them up.
Really? Because I got a call today saying I need to contact Safeguard.
Oh, because I had a call saying, why am I getting a tornado alarm that sounds like, because they tested them right when they put the,
Well, they might have turned them on to see that they function, but that doesn't mean they work through the system yet. Maybe they haven't been tested through the
Right.
system.
They need.
Do they
to be
have a-
approved.
Do they have a procedure, what's gonna turn them things on? Is it by weather alert? Is it by-
Weather alert.
Weather alert?
Severe weather.
then they're supposed to test them every week, but,
You wanna make it monthly.
or every 2 weeks. Well, what do you guys just suggest?
Why do they say test them?
To make sure
Make
that
sure they're working?
they do it once a week, but we could suggest to do it.
I would suggest that we talk about that at some other time in the meeting, because we're on payables right now.
Right.
I understand why he's explaining the amount, that makes sense. But if we're gonna debate
That's why I
policy,
asked them,
that's
what's he
not.
talking about?
Okay.
You're explaining what the amount is, that makes sense, because that's what we're
Okay,
on. Discussing policy would be a different time of the meeting, right?
correct. And we made a payment for half of our 1 mile stretch road to be done. And it's all should go, yes.
See you.
Man, where would it come?
Incorrect invoice for roll.
Mhm.
Yeah,
They sent the check back, so I waited it
Oh.
and redid a check.
So this is the one that was approved last month and sent, and then we
Correct.
sent it back?
right.
Yeah.
Then that's already figured in.
Yes.
Getting that back. I'll make a motion to approve payables.
Second?
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any nays? 5-0, motion carried. No. You don't want to keep that one. You also have your financial report, you got your marijuana coordinator, administrative assistant, and planning commission. Any questions on the reports? All right. Fire run. We had a fire run in front of us that our administrative assistant asked to be put on the agenda because the person has to be put on the agenda. Kelly?
Yes.
Well, let him find the paper. It's after the vehicle.
I thought it was something to do with one of the emails, so I'm reading the email printout.
No, it's the two fire.
I see this, and
And
there's a different one too, yeah, that's got,
everybody ready?
this is not the one that got tabled a month or two ago?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Kelly, go ahead.
So on January 12th, I hit a deer with my car, and then I called 911 to report it for my insurance. The police officers had asked if I wanted fire to be dispatched, and I said I didn't think it was needed. My car wasn't overheating. Looked like there was possibly some steam coming, but I didn't think it was any smoke, but they dispatched fire anyways. Fire department showed up, they took a look at my vehicle, had me sign off. They didn't do anything other than say it's not on fire. Then they left and I waited for the police officer to come, for my report. And then probably about a month or two later, I received the $500 bill from the department for coming out to the scene. I submitted it to my insurance company, and I had full coverage at the time. And they said because the fire department did not actually physically do anything, they just took a look at it, that they were not gonna pay that fee. And so I feel like, I mean, I appreciate them coming out, but I mean, I don't have the money to pay a $500 fee for that. And I feel like if my insurance company won't pay it with me having full coverage, I don't feel like I should have to pay that out of pocket either.
Well, on the remarks, it says no fire, just steam.
Correct.
And you already told the 911 dispatch that that's all it was.
Mhm. Like I said, I greatly appreciate them coming out, but, and not to make the sad story, but I just bought a house and I'm paying for my wedding coming up at the end of this year, and I just don't have the extra $500, and I'm sure many people don't have that laying around.
I guess I'm kind of curious as to why the fire department was dispatched. I've been in plenty of deer accidents and never once has the fire department showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the
Anybody
police,
got an answer to that one? Maybe that deals with dispatch more often than us?
So anytime they hear steam or smoke, they always get, kind of, is this a fire, do you need it or not? If there's any hesitation as to whether someone thinks there's a fire or not, they send it, no matter what. Because they
A
don't.
whole crew here? We got a whole list of signatures. I mean, I've seen where they send the guy in a pickup to experiment with things or check things out once in a while.
When they page out the fire department, they page the fire department, they don't know how many people are gonna respond.
He's in the sheriff's department.
That's the problem.
You'll find out at the public.
No. I mean, I was in two a year ago,
Okay.
and there was steam in both. The
Well,
fire department showed up.
Well,
One didn't total my car, the next one did. Before the first one even got fixed, after the insurance claim was made.
so, any other, what is your guys',
How do you want it done? I'll make a motion that we, what do you call it when you do this?
dismiss it?
So I make a motion, we dismiss?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're using this word here.
Dismiss fire run for Kelly.
Right, so. I'll make a motion to dismiss. Do you want to call it fire run charge? Okay, fire run charge. For, and then put her name, Kelly, or just her last name, whatever you want.
Put the whole thing.
Spell it C-R-I-T-T.
yep, END.
Is that all you need, or do you want the
Yeah,
invoice
that's
number
fine.
on there or something
That's
like
fine.
that?
That's fine, because I'm gonna circle it and then put it.
Okay. So I'll make the motion to dismiss the fire run charge for Kelly Crittenden.
I'll second it.
Any other discussion? Well, read it back, please.
Sure. Motion by Ben Partridge to dismiss fire run charge for Kelly Crittenden and seconded by Deborah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays?
I got an eye in here.
You're a nay or
I got an eye.
you're a good?
Yay.
Five.
Happy.
5 yes.
Five yeses, 0 nays. You're good to go.
Thank you so much, guys. Have a great night.
Okay. Next on our agenda is Tuscola County Road Commission. We had 2 last month. One was for the road and one was for pavement. Edging and centerline pavement marking for $40,000. I called Mr. Green, and he says, well, that 52.55 miles is for all of our roads, except the last 2 roads that we've done for $40,000. And as of right now, after even paying for our road, we have enough to cover the whole thing. I will make a motion to have the quote from Tuscola Road Commission for center and edge line pavement markings of 52.55 miles at $40,000 to be approved.
I'll second. Now, we're paying in full,
I wanna
we're not
pay,
doing half.
I wanna make it pay in full. Is that okay, Jen?
Yep,
Pay in full. I want that on the.
Does this need to be changed then? 'Cause
Yeah,
it says
we're gonna
20.
change that to the whole thing.
Are we paying in full because we want it out of this budget before June or something?
Yes.
that, and we don't miss out on 52 miles for 40,000.
Do you wanted that in there?
Yes, please, pay the 40,000,
0.55.
And to pay the total?
pay the total, the 40,000.
The only thing I question is, you said it doesn't include the 2 miles we just did, what, a year ago?
This year and last year,
So the current one?
Yes.
That isn't
The
done
one
yet,
ain't done yet.
and then the one that was done last year? What about the ones that were done the year before? So on, do they all need it? That's the only thing I was questioning. I thought some of our roads wouldn't need it, but whatever, it's your motion, I just wanted to point that out.
we have a motion and a second. Can you please read it back to
Who
me?
seconded?
I
What John did.
Oh,
Yeah, sit down.
sign that, do I?
sorry.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Are you,
you talked a little fast, but I put motion by Bruce Folder to have road commission.
The bid from, have the bid from Tuscola County Road Commission for center and edge line pavement markings for 52.55.
Pavement markings to be done, 52.55 miles, and to pay the total of $40,000, right?
Good.
Seconded by John.
Any other discussion?
You wanna read it back one more time, or you good?
Motion by Bruce Folder to have the bid from Road Commission for pavement markings to be done, 52.55 miles, and to pay the total of $40,000. Seconded by John.
That sounds good.
Alright.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any nays? 5-0, motion carried. There you go. I got 2 already. Next on our agenda is resolution. I don't know what resolution we're on.
Resolution 05-2024, resolution amendment of 2023-2024 budget, whereas the Uniform Budgeting and Accounting Act 2 of 1968 prescribes that the state treasurer prescribe minimum auditing procedures and standards, and whereas the Michigan Department of Treasury Uniform Budget Manual of 2001 in section 17 and 18 requires amending the budget when a deviation such as expenditures exceeding the budget occurs. And whereas the township has noticed such a deviation in its budget. Now therefore be it resolved that the Vassar Township Board of Trustees adjust its budget in the following way. Under expenses, add $100 to professional service attorney, bringing it to $7,100. Add $10,000 to fire protection contract, bringing it to $50,000. Add $100 to Board of Review wages, bringing it to $1,800. Add $2,000 to Township Hall property and equipment, bring it to $7,000. Add $300 to trailer park fees, bring it to $5,000. Add $3,000 to employer payroll expense, bring it to $15,000. Subtract $15,500 from contingency, bringing it to $295,044.61. The foregoing resolution was offered by
I will do it. I'll make the motion.
by Board Member Fother and supported by Board Member Deborah Collins.
You gonna second it?
Yeah.
Sorry. The numbers I got is from your income statement.
Right.
The first one, the audit was $25 over. Is that our attorney?
No.
Okay.
The audit was for our auditors.
Auditors, that's why I only went up $100, because they're only $25 off.
The difference was we had paid them for the audit, and we had to pay them another $600 for straightening out the 941 issue.
That's why I added only $100, okay? Then board of review,
If you're gonna talk about that one, I think you're making a mistake in here. You said to professional service ATTO, that's the
No, it
attorney.
does say that, doesn't it? You're right.
So your amount is way
Well,
off. But if your category's off, that
My
changes
cat-
everything.
it should be,
It's not for attorney.
no, it
That's
should
why you
be
should use, numbers instead of.
professional,
So you mean the services audit?
Yes.
yes. That'll be changed. Then, the fire protection. Well, yeah. Well, yeah. The fire protection, right now, we are $8,448.67. So I put it up 10 because there's gonna be more fire runs within the 2 months, 3 months, since we looked at the bill. Then, board of review wages were $55 off, $100, because we're not gonna have the board of review till after. Township hall equipment, we were $197.09. I just put 2,000 in there just in case something happens. The trailer park fees,
Alright, now, you cannot take income out of your expenses, or you can't take expenses to put into your income. Trailer park fees is an income.
well, it's right here.
Where?
Trailer park fees, right here.
Let me see.
Trailer park fees.
It's showing we're negative 232. John.
I don't know why.
You paid out year to date 4932, it says. but you only put in 4,700. But that's an in and out.
Oh, yeah, that one shouldn't even be
Yeah,
in there.
that's an in and out. Yeah.
That one shouldn't even be in there, because it's up here as a.
Correct. It's an
Come
income.
in.
So how does it get off then?
It gets off by its own trailer park savings account.
For
It's
the-
money coming in. We
Yeah.
charge $3 for each
I
trailer
understand that.
every month. And we give $250 to the county and $50 go to us. There's no money. It's just money in, money out.
Then how do we get negative in here is
I
what I'm
don't
asking.
know. That's what I have to look at.
That's what I'm asking, because I understood the other part.
Because it shouldn't even be down there. It shouldn't even be in our expenses,
Correct.
Period.
period.
Correct.
So that line, that should be removed right from the expenses. Because if you look at.
But it's still negative on the front,
On the
under the
payables,
income,
we are
on revenues.
$280 up in the good.
because it means in the good. Over there, if it's in the negative, that means it's actually in the positive.
Pretty much.
So I gotta
Yeah.
remove that.
Okay,
And then we'll take that to.
so you're gonna remove that right from the list and remove it from your motion, right?
And I gotta add 300 to that. Okay. Then, 3,000 for employee payroll expenses. That would be, federal taxes. And last month we paid 1511. So I added 3.
We're averaging about 4,000 right now. 4,200.
Well, I'll do that.
And we have how many more months we got?
May, June. 2.
So that's 84.
I'll just redo it at the end.
Okay.
So I'm gonna subtract 15,200 from contingency. That's bringing that to 295,344.61. Yeah,
You're not taking out 15.5, you're taking out the 300 from the trailer park. So it's 15.2.
right, but this is what the line will say. 15,2
Okay,
from contingency,
yes.
bringing it to 295,344.61. Is that okay with you?
No.
No.
It has to negative, it can't add to the contingency. You're taking away from contingency, so.
If he's adding the 300
I
back,
added the 300 back into, subtracting 300 from here
Okay,
and putting it here, and that will make me have 300 plus, because I'm taking this one and bringing it here. See what I'm saying?
okay.
We need
Okay,
to,
give me that figure again, please.
for which figure?
Contingency now.
Okay, for contingencies, 295,344.61.
Okay. Got
I need a roll call.
it. Roll call?
Yeah, it's a resolution.
Ben,
yes.
Tom,
Yes.
John,
Yes,
Bruce,
Yes.
and Deb. Yes.
The resolution has been adopted. 5-0. Okay. Now, what everybody's been waiting on. All right, before we start opening these, we have, could have a problem with these bids. The problem is not the bids, okay, but trying to get work done over there in the swamp at the front of the pole barn.
Are we talking about the garage? The potential
Yes,
garage?
this is the potential for the garage.
Okay.
We are gonna need the driveway put in, so are we gonna have bids for the driveway? The 30 feet driveway going to where the pole barn is gonna be built at.
Well,
Because I know this, I know the cement trucks, and wood and trusses are not gonna be able to go.
I mean, I fully understand that, that's why it was brought up several months ago. We were told we don't need a driveway yet, we don't even know where it would go. So we should have talked about a driveway before this, I'll agree, but it's too late now, we have bids and you're supposed to open.
Right.
You might have to hold off the construction until you make a decision on a driveway.
I have, let me get the,
How many total did we receive, do you know that?
I have just for construction, for electrical, cement, the building package, electrical, then I have construction, I have 4 that has the whole. pretty
4 or
sure it has.
5? I see 5, that's what I'm asking.
Well, these are all just for the
No, in your pile there, but that's something else?
2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open them. I'm not gonna look at them. I'm gonna mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're gonna discuss them as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No names.
Well, here, let's get the envelopes with them, then, too, probably.
Well, this is a quote. That would be 4. That's just a quote for the building.
Like a building package,
Yeah,
not built?
not built, just the package.
What did we ask for?
Bids for building of the whole thing. Okay, first one. I'm gonna put number 1. I'm gonna put number 2. Oh, John, you're just a man. Three. Let's try to open up the other ones. And 4. And 4.
So, on the other ones, how do you know what they are? Just so I...
I'll open them up. Material list.
From a contractor, or is it like maybe attached to one of those, I guess is what I'm wondering?
I don't know. I don't think so, I just think
Okay.
this is,
Does it say who it's from?
no, it's just bids from Bain Construction Center in Murray. This one's from Midwest Electrical. Just 4 12-volt surge protector outlets, keyless light fixtures, price.
Just what they would do for us for electrical.
Yeah.
it said exactly what the thing.
Well, I was only asking, how do you know what they are?
This one is from, it's just,
We didn't ask for
supplies, labor.
electrical, we asked for.
My question was though, how do you know what that is in that envelope? He didn't answer that, he just said it was an envelope. I mean, if it said, this is an electrical bid only, that's how you know.
This one says labor. This one says cement floor,
Well, I didn't know
cement
that.
floor, electrical.
So if they're not construction bids, then I guess maybe we don't need to look at them.
Right.
I only wondered if Joe Blow Concrete also put in a bid for building it, you know?
Okay, I'm gonna look at 4 first. This one is excavating, footings, material list, rough framing, carpenter, finished carpenter, overhead doors, cement floor, architect plans, constructions, general insurance and all that. Number 4 bid is that the 820 is added on, needs to be added on to the,
That is an option for,
okay. Well, I'm just gonna do the grand total without that option
okay.
for right now. 51,327.
51,327.
You wanna look at it?
What we got this one?
Yeah, sure.
Number
That's
2,
number 4.
that was number 4.
Okay.
Number 2 is pole barn, 28 by 30 by 10.
Number what one?
This is number 2. It's got the material, gutters, downspouts, labor, steel roof with vents, 2 doors, garage doors 9 by 10 with openers, cement floor, and electrical. Number 2 is 38125.
38,125. And you said 28 by 32 by
10 feet.
10 feet.
38125.
Okay.
Number 3. Number 3 is 28 by 30 by 10,
20 by 30.
28 by 30. I'm trying to see if anything, he's got 9 by 8 non-insulated overhead doors with sliding locks. Cement, no electrical or driveway. 36052.
How much?
36052.00.
That was number 3?
That's number
And
2.
that was no electrical too, it said.
No electrical. Number 1. Hold on. This may just be a first breakdown. This is the price breakdown of material. For 1 is just a price breakdown of material. So that, we have 3 bids.
Oh, okay.
We have 3 bids.
Now it's just what?
Material
Oh,
list. Anybody wanna look at these? You have no electrical,
All of them are no electric.
Number 2, I think you said.
number 2 has, service inside 60 amps.
Oh,
And, can I see that, does that one have electric?
no.
This one says no garage doors, no electric. I mean, no openers, no electric, no plumbing, no site surveying, no building plan review, and no soil or material testing. I don't know what all that means as far as if it's important, but
So, what do you wanna do?
do we make copies of these so we can study them and then do them at a special meeting or next meeting or whatever you choose? Or are we supposed to make a decision on what we're opening tonight?
That's the way I understood it. Once we have the bids, we make our decision. Because now the numbers are up.
Agreed. That makes sense. The numbers are out, so you don't take more bids now. But that doesn't mean the decision needs to be made on the contract the minute you open it. I mean, I think you need to look them over and figure out what's included and what's not included, and what you like best.
No, this is my first time.
Well, that's what I've done.
What's everybody else to say? Well, we could, this is my opinion, we could ask the people that bid to give me a price for the 30-foot driveway to the pole with screen, and because it won't take that long with screen and the rocks and all that. You know what I'm talking about,
But
right?
none of them want to do the cement.
Huh?
None of them
One of
want to
them
do
you
the
said
cement.
includes cement.
What
We
was
read the words on one of them. Includes,
Number 2?
I don't remember which one.
One cement floor. Cement floor in the barn was 3 and 2.
3 and 2?
4 is not, don't have cement. Yeah, it should have cement. Yeah, it's got, because you got the contractor that's gonna do it
Yep.
in here.
So we have a
Cement floor.
representative here for one of the bids?
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
Only one?
No, 2.
We have somebody for 2?
We have, finished grade, sand and compact, 6-inch vapor barrier, welding flavor, 4-inch concrete, saw cut joints, and a floor, 1 floor.
Which one's that?
That's 4. Got them in those.
Number 4 includes the concrete floor, you're saying? But number 4 is also only a 28 by 30 instead of a 32. I didn't catch whether it was by 10 or not. I didn't get to look fast enough.
Well, 28 by 30 by 10s.
We read 32 on one of them. Number 2 is a 28 by 32 by 10.
2 is
30 by 10. 28.
28 by 30 by 10.
Well, you said 32, and that's why I questioned it and you repeated it.
And, 4 is, if I can find it.
Right on the very front page. According to the Vassar Township Advertiser for bids, in there it says
Approximately 28 by 30. Right. And the other one is 28 by 30 by 10. They're all,
Are they all 10 as well then?
yes. Okay, I'm gonna, do you think you can get a bid in 2 weeks?
Yeah, I guess,
That's why I numbered it, so nobody knows what.
The dimensions and things like that, I think we need to kind of go over.
Like where the driveway's gonna be, how long, how wide,
Yep,
how many
exactly.
turns.
The specifications for the driveway, I guess, is where I'm going with. Yeah, I could get that number together in 2 weeks. That's not a problem at all.
So, do we have a place specific, I mean, for a building, as long as we know it's over there, probably don't need to know exactly specifically where. But for a driveway now, we need to know.
We already
exactly
have
where.
we have the,
We have a spot
We have-
staked. These are the four corners-ish.
we have the drainage.
That's a culvert, I'm not talking
Culvert.
about that. Where's it going to? There's gotta be
It's
a
going
place for a building.
straight towards the building, 30 feet wide.
So the question is there a spot already staked out where we know that's where we want the building?
Has to be 15 off the back, 10 off the sides. And we're going flat. This side of the building will be off of King
Square to can.
Square to King, because if you go off of
30.
Saginaw, it's at an angle. And we don't want it on an angle, we want it flat.
Is that what we're doing with the building, when the building gets
We're
built?
going off of
King Road?
So I provided a site plan, a preliminary site plan of where the building
Yes.
would be positioned. So that's something to visually look at, and if we need a driveway going to that spot, then I can get that placed out.
But I'm gonna have to make another call and meet all 3 bids, okay? And set up an appointment.
So why don't we make copies of this that we all leave with tonight
I will,
and request, pick a date if you want to hold a special meeting.
I'm gonna, but I have to make a special meeting with the 3 individuals that did turn in bids to discuss the layout, and so they have more information.
Well, right, we have to tell them where we want this, a bid for the driveway.
Correct. And if they can get, and I think they both, all of them can get the driveway bid within like 2 weeks. So we can get it all done at once. We're not gonna go past into the other township area. What do you got, John?
I'm gone the 22nd,
When are you coming back?
29th, maybe 30th. I gotta bring back a air sheet from Georgia.
'Cause I know the farther we get out, the longer, because you guys are busy, correct?
It wouldn't hurt to let things dry up. It's wet, and we're gonna get like 2 inches of rain. in the
It's supposed
next
to get more
4
rain.
days.
Yeah.
That's why I wanna get it over there tomorrow, see if I can get everybody over there tomorrow to look at it. I'd have to call, oh, you got that, no, you got that.
So you're looking to put it literally right as the ordinance would allow, right tight to the back corner? That back corner's on an angle, so you'd be farther and farther off. as you-
No, it's,
Or would you be coming farther forward?
we're coming farther forward. I'm trying to keep it even with the back part of the hall.
Okay.
And we have to stay 10 feet off the hall too. We have to stay 10 feet off the hall. But this one don't even have, I don't see on this one anything about cement or anything. Yeah, this one don't have cement on the project. It just just got the footage.
What number is that?
That would be 3.
You said 3 said no electrical, but does it say no concrete? Even if it doesn't say it includes it, does it say the words no? Something.
It's got concrete.
So it says it's included. Okay. So do you want to pick a special date now, or what do you want to do?
Yeah. April 30th? John,
That should be bad.
what time?
Early, please.
5:30 in the morning.
Not that early, John.
As long as it's coffee, I'm happy.
5-ish? 4:30?
Let's make that 5 o'clock. April 30th for bids and
That's a Tuesday? Yeah.
workshop. I have to write that down. April 30th at 5 p.m., not 8 a.m.
So, is the inside of the garage just gonna be no insulation, no drywall? Is it gonna be
Not
drywall
yet.
insulation?
No, it's just gonna have just the.
Why do we wanna complete it?
You're gonna complete it later.
Why?
Well, the time to decide that was before you told people what you wanted your bids to include. So that's your first problem.
It said.
You can
garage.
ask for second bids now from everybody out there,
Right.
just to finish it. But you gotta look at who's gonna build it by these bids, in my opinion.
When
And
I think of someone saying they're gonna build a garage, they're doing inside and everything.
Well, just like the driveway.
But
You're talking about,
That's
we
me.
wanna ask for bids on a driveway, okay, where, how wide, any turns, any turnarounds?
you're correct on that one.
If you don't tell them that, you could get a $500 bid. And you're gonna get
Any straight driveway.
a few inches of gravel added to what you already have, and they're done.
the 2 people that are here, can you meet me here at 4:30 tomorrow? Because the rain starts tomorrow night. And I will try to have somebody try to get hold of this one to see if he can make it. Can you call him? See if they can make it tomorrow for.
So the special meeting date, 30th at 5 p.m. is gonna be for bid approval and going over,
The workshop.
workshop for, I'm forgetting the words, sorry. Policies and procedures.
Workshop for policy and procedure. All right, is that okay, everybody?
Yeah, for me.
Have a camp,
30 on 30th.
So
30th, 5 o'clock.
30 feet, because last time you guys just made a bid and I had to figure out what was going on. So it's gonna be 30 feet up from the road, from Saginaw all the way to the barn, correct? To the pole barn. With cloth, with stone, with sand, compressed.
Are you putting this in your motion? All that? What are you doing?
I'm just saying what gonna have to get done.
I
You have to remove
understand
the-
you're
you have
asking
to
about
remove-
materials, but-
You also gotta remove the topsoil. I'll make a motion to get bids for the 3 people that put bids in for the driveway. 30 feet wide to the barn, to the pole barn. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Oh, bids will be in by
26.
25th or 29th, by the 29th.
Okay, 30 feet. Length, width?
That would be width 30 feet
30 feet wide.
from Saginaw Road to the placement of the barn. I will make the placement of the barn 12, so we can get measurements and all that. Okay?
Bruce, I have a question.
Yes.
Now, before you take bids, what are you gonna do? You said you wanna meet people here tomorrow, you're gonna give them a distance?
That's what we're gonna do tomorrow.
Yeah, well, that's just trying to,
That's what we're gonna do tomorrow when everybody's here.
you're gonna measure tomorrow,
Well,
huh?
we all,
So, well, I'm just saying.
we all will.
You wanna put out a motion for a bid to have something done, and they need to know, can't,
Well, I don't have to get it in the paper until next week. Well, I don't even have to put it in the paper
they don't
because
have to.
I'm gonna put it, give it to the 3 guys that are here.
There you go.
The 3 guys that put the bids in, I'm gonna give you guys the first crack at the, you guys are the only ones that are gonna get the driveway, okay?
So you'll just figure the distance on tomorrow?
Yes.
If I interpreted it right, let's make sure we're all on the same page. He wants to meet with the 3 bidders possibly tomorrow at 4:30, and together you'll discuss.
That's what I'm trying
The
to get
location.
across.
That's what I'm trying.
So all 3 of them will know at the same time. If one
Motion
can't
stops
show
at
up.
30 feet.
That has nothing to
say
do with the
nothing
motion.
about length.
Right, I'm just trying to clarify what he's going on.
You have a motion for,
You still need the distance.
yes, please.
They can move that line.
Okay. Motion by Bruce Folder to get bids for driveway 30 feet wide from Saginaw Road to placement of the barn. Seconded by Deb.
That's the way I want it.
You don't, you don't wanna put it as only the 3?
Okay, only the 3 that put in bids for the,
Got that?
yes. Well, the 3 people that put in bids will get the chance at the driveway.
Where was that, 4, 3, and 1?
You're not, I mean, I heard you say something about whatever number it was, number 1.
One was a bid,
Looking
just,
at it.
one bid was just the materials from,
There's nothing on there about labor or anything.
no, it's just from them. Because I know they don't do construction. When I opened it, I seen who it was from. One was that. Go ahead,
Read it back,
can
please.
you read it back, please?
Sure. Motion by Bruce to get bids for driveway 30 feet wide from Saginaw Road to placement of the barn. Seconded by Deb. Only the 3 people that put in bids to also bid on driveway.
Okay.
Right?
Yep. All in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Any nays?
I'm an aye.
You're a
You're
yes?
an aye?
Aye.
5-0, motion carried.
An aye, aye.
Okay?
So I wanted to do John's little stunt and wait till
I
later.
need to get a hold of one person and be here at about 4:30. Okay?
I got
And I will make copies for everybody on that.
That's yours.
Okay,
Am I
attorney,
one of the 3, Bruce, because I can't make 4:30.
you can't make,
If I'm one of the 3, you ain't said who the 3 was, so whatever.
what time can you make it?
You said 4, 2, and 3. And now you guys are
But I
telling me
don't
who they
know,
are.
I don't know
I
who
don't
4,
get it.
2, and 3 is.
Well, then you get called individually.
Okay.
Maybe you get called tomorrow at
Okay.
4:29.
Because we're not telling them who we are, what we are, according to Facebook and everybody else, so.
Well, all I'm.
I didn't say anything.
But they are now.
Well, they're sealed and done and
I guess, yeah, why does it, I mean, you might
Now
not
we
say
should
who's
have-
what amount,
Right.
But why can't you say who the three bidders
Okay,
are?
the three
Before
bid-
you say it, I'm asking a question.
Well, you
don't
are
think
right.
Should.
Because we went by numbers, we didn't go by
Okay.
whose bids are what. I won't say no amount. First one is.
Are you doing them by number though, or just telling us the three names? Okay.
No.
We don't know who they are number wise still. Got it.
Bergman Construction. Okay?
Spell that. B-U-R? Sure.
BERGMAN
I just
Construction
need it.
Incorporated. Okay?
Got it.
Second, IRD Homes. The third one, that's not the same number, is R&R Excavating and Trucking Company.
Okay.
All right, next on my agenda is attorney. Okay. You have, forgive me, this is my first time doing the bids, I don't know what the process is. I think I did pretty. All right, this is your new key policy written from the attorney.
Is the emails part of it?
Huh?
That's what I'm,
We have copies of emails once.
You don't have the,
I do have that too, yeah.
yeah, you have the original from the attorney, the use policy. That is from the attorney. So bring this and bring your other sheet to the workshop. You asked me to get the attorney and we found a good plan.
Well, do you know, did she make changes to this, or did she in here tell us? That's
Oh,
what
they
I'm
made
wondering.
changes.
The emails are from the attorney as well, but
Yeah, I was just showing you that this policy came right from her. Came right from there. Okay?
okay.
as in the vehicle house.
The vehicle policy.
Okay.
I know there's a few changes on the.
That's what I'm wondering. Did she change it in here?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
so that's why you have to look. It's from the old one
Okay.
and see what changes are different. That's why I gave it to you for now to do it. Okay, John had the weed.
The weed.
You want to talk about the weed policy?
The weed.
I thought we called it marijuana. But,
No, this is the nuisance weeds.
oh, nuisance weed.
Are we gonna talk about it or what?
I didn't
It's not
give
in
it,
the
I
packet.
didn't give it in the packet.
Okay.
'Cause I
We
haven't-
got it last
we had-
month.
Yeah, we had it last month.
Well, we didn't have
And they
this last
said,
month,
they didn't
correct?
say where the changes,
I don't know
I
what's
didn't
that.
get the changes.
Did we have this last month? Flip.
Yeah,
We did have that last month?
but there was one that somebody brought up that says it don't have the changes from the planning commission. I had the original one that came right from the attorney. That was in the packet last month.
And I thought that's what this is, that's what I got.
That one is,
This came separate.
that's for noise and public nuisance.
Okay, where else?
That has to happen in
Can't
a,
go after the dogs.
We're barking dogs.
but
I'm only saying that because I thought we tabled it. Here it is. This one.
I didn't have all that in my packet, so I don't know what you're looking at.
That's what I had in the package last month. This is what I just got today.
I didn't get that. I didn't give that to you.
No, I just got that today.
You got that from me?
Yes, from the zoning commissioner.
Yeah, that came from a different, totally different, zoning.
That's what I found in my package last month. So we had something else?
Well, we had this one here, that was the original, had 2 pages. And Ben goes, this ain't what was changed, nothing was changed on this, that the planning commission made changes on. I don't have the one that has the changes from the planning commission.
My commission gave you that all
I don't have
a year or two ago, so. It was in front of this board.
You have it
Yeah.
too. You have it too, and I said last month I don't have those copies, but
I assumed you meant you didn't have it in front of you, I apologize.
Alright. It was brought to my attention, no, we're not gonna do anything with that.
So we're gonna
I'm gonna-
postpone it, put it in.
We're gonna look at it
send it-
all the 30th. We're gonna be here a long time, because I got a lot of stuff, ordinances that we have to fix. And we worked on one and haven't gotten over with it. Dumpster, it's gonna cost us, if you wanna have an extra dumpster, it's about $450
For one?
for one. Do you want an extra dumpster when they bring one, or do you wanna wait till September and do 2 more at $450?
Did you, call the yellow one? See
No,
what
this
they
was
do it
just,
for?
this was just, from the public.
I don't know what you thought about calling in.
Well,
What's in?
do you wanna do it now? We can't have yellow
Why?
at the
Who
same
cares
time.
where we're getting it from?
Well,
We just have it
if you're
coming in
gonna
after
have,
they
if
take
you're
it
gonna have
away.
extra dumpsters, I'd rather have it at the end of summer.
I don't see why with the money we're paying, they can't give us an extra one free.
Yeah, well,
No kidding.
So, just to fill me in, we're getting the one, that's part of our agreement, I mean the 2.
we're getting 2,
And that's part of our agreement.
correct.
And you're talking about doing it a second time a year, is that part of our agreement too?
No,
It's just one time a year, 2 dumpsters.
2 dumpsters,
Now, if we do it a second time a year, we could use any company we want at that point.
correct.
Okay.
But, right now, she wanted to know if.
Right, we
Wow,
asked
were
about
they-
extra.
Were they full last time?
Oh, well,
They were overflowing.
Should we have another dumpster here?
well, that's up to your choice.
But-
When they're full, but if you want 3, one shot, or if you want 2, they're all you, I don't know. No.
Just my opinion, last time they delivered it early,
Correct.
and people started filling it up as soon as they put it down.
Yeah, cleaned up
Swear,
messes before.
it was
even
full
open.
before the designated day was even here.
Okay, but my question to the board is if we have 3, when we set up 2, we have enough, no room in between, and you drive on both sides.
That's true.
You put a 3rd one in there, what are we gonna do with the 3rd
You
dumpster?
should rotate the first one out. If you do this, and that's gonna be your issue, is they gotta get a truck in and out anyway. But you could tell them to rotate one on the second day. You'll have one for sure on the second day. Even at the end of the first, you're gonna have one full. Especially if you let them only fill one at a time. Now, what happened last time, they're filling back and forth, back and forth. But they have to rotate them.
So,
And
see
then
if
you
they
can get
could,
your third, you can have your third one, it makes no difference if it's there for 3
see
or
if they
4
could pick it up on Saturday.
They
And
don't
deliver
like
us
picking
on
up on
Saturday.
Saturday, you got the first day is Friday, isn't it?
Yeah,
They might pick one up on Saturday morning. That would give you 3, but you gotta coordinate that one down. I think their guys are time and a half too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think they charge extra for Saturday pickups when they do it.
They might not, cause we got the contract, but that's, you just phone call. It's a phone call. But you do not have room for 3, you're correct. You'll have you don't have room. I barely, when I was packing them, I gotta watch the road. On the one side was only 2, and then I could easily hit buildings or other vehicles on the other side, but I don't know what whatever, but you just have to coordinate that with them. They might not wanna give you 3.
They said they would, but for $400 and some dollars.
Oh, well, there you go. And will they do it on Saturday? There you go. Just one phone call. I think you're gonna find priorities cheaper, but that'll be maybe for your second one if you decide to do your second one. You'll know.
I will see if they can pick one up on Saturday and see what the cost is total for.
What's the dates again, if you know, that we're doing?
After Mother's Day.
That was after
After Mother's Day?
It was
Well,
maybe.
I'm wondering, do we have time to make a decision? It might have to be on a special meeting, I guess.
Well, I'm thinking if we're gonna go more dumpsters, why don't we just go another day?
May 18th.
Fill them 2 and do another day. We're not getting a discount.
Well, it also depends on the 2 people that work the dumpsters. 2.
I've only seen one person.
Well,
Seen
the other
vehicle
one knocks the
or a
stuff down.
machine being used, yes, correct.
Alright. So we're going to the hauling part. You have bids for paperwork and your thing for machinery. So that's the first thing we do.
You gotta remember, we're paying 40,000 out of general fund for our garbage costs.
That has to stop.
Well,
We're getting closer.
their contract is up this year. I don't know if they know that. Alright. Well, a meeting that I was not here, it was saying that you would purchase lawnmowers and weed whips.
Oh, we're out of garbage, now we're talking something
Yeah.
else, okay.
Are we on New Hall?
Yeah, in park. We have a electrical push mower for $471. Then it's $11% rebate for $419.89. You have a battery powered weed whip for $247.18. Then you have the 80 volt cordless blower. This is all the workforce that we have for the chainsaw. And it uses the same battery, most likely. That's
The weed whacker one does not.
this weed whip is it's a 80 volt,
No, where? Not
Right
the
here.
paperwork you gave me.
right here.
No.
Well, this is what it,
I'm looking at this, because I thought this was what you
But
found.
it says, I'm looking at it also.
you got that.
It says 80
80
volt.
volt. No, it doesn't.
80 volt right here.
Where?
Mastercraft 21.
Master Force,
Master
21-inch mower, that's 80
Wait,
volt.
that's 80.
It said weed
But
trimmer.
the other stuff is not.
The
It says 40 and,
So,
This weed
Master
trimmer.
Force does make a 80 volt
Yes,
blower,
they
and they
do.
do make an 80 volt weed whacker, or trimmer,
right.
as far as I know.
I'm looking at the 80 volt cordless trim.
right, but that's not
And
what's.
then an 80, then an 80 volt blower.
Why are we looking at, equipment, we don't even know who's gonna do the equipment?
Because we're still gonna need the equipment, whoever does it.
And we have a person now that does it. Did he not submit something to you? About lawnmowers?
No,
Some paperwork was brought into this hall that you should have. Okay.
Was turned in for the planning commission.
I'll make a motion to buy a 21 80 volt push lawnmower cordless Master Force and a 80 volt cordless blower from Master Force and a 16-inch 80-volt cordless trimmer from Master Force. Do I have a second? That will be a municipal equipment.
Absolutely. What was the other one?
Huh?
Oh, blower.
You have a blower, a weed
Blower
whip,
Zenpec.
or a trimmer, and a mower.
Okay.
Do I
How
have
about
a,
if I put motion by Bruce Felder to purchase 21-inch Master Force 80-volt mower, trimmer, and blower? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Because they're all gonna be
Can you-
80-volt and Master
yeah, Master Force.
Force. Okay,
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any comments?
Yes, you're looking at the flyer. Do each of them include the charger and the battery? I believe the mower includes a bigger
The
battery.
weed trimmer includes the battery and charger,
Does it say how many amp hour?
2.0 AM.
That's on the trimmer,
That's on the trimmer,
2.0?
yep.
Yeah.
The blower is 170 mph, 730 cubic FCFM max. Includes a 2.0 battery and charger, same battery as the weed whip.
Yep, and then the mower should have the bigger battery if I recall.
The mower has the 5.0 charger and rapid charger.
And all that stuff interchanges with our chainsaw. That's what's important.
Yes.
So that actually gives us more batteries, more chargers, way more flexibility.
Not unless you got 6 people all at once.
No, but if you're out using the chainsaw and your battery runs dead, you've got
Right.
another built-in backup now. And the
Same with the weed
that one has, if I recall, the chainsaw has a 2.5 or something. So it's still a small one, but not as small as these, if I recall.
Well, they're only point.
And the batteries alone for those things are several $100s.
Correct.
So it's ridiculous to buy the battery.
And lawnmower comes with a 1 battery and a rapid charger.
Yep.
Rapid charge. I have motion and a second. Any other discussion?
Yeah, have we thought about doing insurance with these things?
Oh, the,
Extended insurance?
I'm gonna talk to him tomorrow.
to who?
Is that our insurance?
No, he's talking
Extended
extended
insurance?
insurance.
Yearly warranty for
Oh,
100.
I'm not.
On the
For 100
equipment.
mile.
And ours
For
offers
1
that
year.
automatically, when you come up there, they even ask you if you want to pay another $8-10.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice meat.
On these
I always
machines.
say no.
Should you add that to it
Per
then?
piece,
Yes.
per piece.
Yes, definitely for peace. But I don't know how good Master Force is.
The chainsaw.
I use the chainsaw, that's pretty good. I have one at home. I have also a Master Force, something else that's better.
I have that leaf blower. I mean, it's unfortunate that it still runs dead right when you still want it.
Right,
But it
now-
works great until the battery
But
runs.
now we have 3 batteries.
Exactly. And as a side note, if you're having a giant brush fire and you're having a hell of a time getting it started, that leaf blower really stokes it up quick.
Do you want to add the insurance?
Do that fire department? Well,
I had a permit.
it's only a year and we're gonna have a lot of hands on it, and it's more than just a basic house stuff.
Alright.
I always get it.
And add the
Add the
insurance.
insurance?
Add the insurance, is that okay with you? Because you made the second.
If you're gonna spend the money.
Yeah.
Alright, can you read that back, the motion, please?
Okay. Motion by Bruce Felder to purchase 21-inch Master Force 80-volt mower, trimmer, blower, seconded by Deb, and add the insurance.
Extended warranty.
Extended warranty.
Yeah.
Extended warranty.
Yeah.
For a year.
For a year.
What if they offer 2 years?
Go 2 years, go 2 years if they have to,
Okay.
because it's only gonna be
All right.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. We have it read back already. All in favor?
Again?
All in favor?
You wanna read it again?
Oh,
Want to read it again?
Please read it again.
Okay. Motion by Bruce Felder to purchase 21-inch Master Force 80-volt mower, trimmer, blower. Seconded by Deb. Add the insurance, extended warranty for 2 years.
One more comment then, because I heard it this time when you said it. You might want to say which mower you're looking at. They offer a push mower and a self-propelled,
I made,
but it doesn't say in their motion. They're both 21 inch, they're both 80 volt.
one's a self-propelled and I did not get the self-propelled.
So you want to say push mower.
Well, I circled it. Which
Your motion is, Bruce, I'm talking about your motion.
It's not
Somebody might buy the wrong one.
It's not self-propelled.
You did say push forward.
The motion doesn't say push mower,
I know what he said.
Well,
but the motion doesn't say push
do you
mower.
want self?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, hold on. You want self-propelled? It's,
No, I'm in favor of the push mower. I'm
Okay.
saying your motion didn't say it when it was read
Right,
back, and I
that's-
think that matters.
I have it circled and that's what's gonna get ordered. Okay?
No.
All right. We have a motion and a second. We read it back twice.
210.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any nays?
Nay.
Nay. 4-1.
Would have been a yes if you just added the word push mower, because that makes your motion correct, but your choice.
All right.
Do you have anything in your motion about who's going to purchase these and who's going to pay for them and who's going to pick them up?
Yep, I already, it has to, don't need to be a motion. It just needs to be ordered with a credit card and I'll pick it up Saturday because I gotta pick up everything from the park Saturday anyways.
Okay.
I got circled, so we should be screwed. Okay. Back on September 12th, 2013,
Not 2013.
or 2023.
There you go.
Now, I've been here that long, I don't know about you guys.
Okay.
Been a long day.
I hear you.
We made a motion to put it in the advertiser. An ad for park manager seasonal from May 1st to October 1st for mowing, trimming, taking out the trash, maintenance, trails, not to exceed 10 hours per week, pay monthly, $600. And it was 3 to 2. Motion carried.
Correct.
So now we are in April before May 1st. You have all your people that put in for it.
Your Parks and Rec Committee and your Planning Commission have both asked you to entertain some information. Have you entertained any of that information? Because it's never come up as a discussion at this meeting.
Like what?
They both addressed this issue multiple times.
Yep.
And the board has never addressed it. Are you going to?
Which way? Not do this?
Consider the
Do all
things that
the-
they all asked. That's 5 members of that committee and 7 members of the Planning Commission.
It asked for
It gave you specific instructions of what they would like to
yes,
consider.
and I had it in a pamphlet last month to go over at the workshop. We never made it through the workshop, right?
We didn't talk about that.
It was in the packet.
Did we talk about it?
No, because we didn't have enough time.
Okay.
And we had a motion and it was through until this, May 1st.
Okay.
So you just, what do you want to do with it? That's why it was brought up to.
Well, I would like to consider the things that your 5-member Parks and Rec Committee have requested and the things that your 7-member Planning Commission member have requested. I would like you to consider those things before you make this decision.
Okay. So what
I
do
mean, you made a decision to run an ad, and you did that. You've never made any other decision.
That's what we're doing now. Making the
And that's
decision.
what I'm suggesting, that you consider those things, and I don't see that in the packet.
Well,
As a
you
matter
had
of
it
fact, I
last
didn't
month.
see this in the packet. This showed up on my desk after the meeting,
Yes.
just before the meeting started. sat down.
All right. Then how do I want to do this?
Well, I don't know, so I don't know what you want to do.
You can discuss it now.
You want to discuss not having a park manager?
After discussion.
I honestly,
I make a motion that we don't.
don't do what?
Hold on, I'm gonna help. I make a motion that we do not go forward with a park manager at this time.
We have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Any discussion? We have a motion?
Yeah, I have
Oh.
something to say regarding this. It was carried 3-2 that we run the ad, which was done. We've had 6 good people that applied for the position. I spoke to all 6 of them. They all agreed that they could do it in 10 hours or less per week. And that they've all had experience with a tractor and mowing and trimming and so on and so forth. And a couple of these guys are really overqualified. And they also agreed that they could do everything else at the park that needs to be done that we currently are paying other people to do. And it's time we turned it down a little bit.
You do realize, I don't know what the word trimmed it down means, but let's discuss that for a second.
Sure.
You have a park that's now open year-round, but you're insisting that this person only works 6 months. You want to increase the pay astronomically over what you pay currently. And you currently only authorize 10 hours a month. Now you're going to 10 hours a week for only 6 months.
I didn't say 10 hours a month in the ad.
No, that is what you currently have though. 10 hours a month. And yes.
That's what he's only working, 10 hours a
The person
month.
doing it now does not ever work just 10 hours a month.
But what does he get paid for? He gets paid $125 a month
Correct.
times 12 months.
That's correct. That's the way.
That's when he gets paid without an argument. Let's not forget that.
But there always seems to be one.
That's something to do with the letter I said that you were supposed to receive. Because, and I don't want to speak for the gentleman, but a long time ago he suggested. because
He asked for $180.
He was told not to use his own equipment anymore.
Correct.
But we don't own one more or anything, so he made a proposal for an increase. He would continue to do it for what it is, what he still does for $125 a month. No increase if you buy mowers and stuff.
But I
If
don't
you choose
know.
not to buy mowers, he was asking for a slight raise, and he would continue to use his as part of the deal. He had no problem with that.
But I didn't get that letter.
Well, I'm telling you,
And I
that was
see,
delivered to this
he
house.
sent
You
me,
need to check
he
with
sent me a letter, last month. He set it on my desk for $180 and it did not say anything about the lawnmowers or anything. He wanted a pay
Go
raise.
get that letter.
But that's not my,
Go get that letter. It says about the mowers.
oh, a month and a half ago?
It was delivered to you in the last month.
Oh, you said yesterday.
I did not say yes.
You said since the meeting.
I did
I
not.
didn't-
She might have said since the meeting. I did not say since the meeting.
No.
I said in the last month.
But,
And I know it came to this hall. You didn't get it.
but I
That's a
can't
discussion
give
for
pay
other-
raises until
Fine.
beginning of the month.
Hence the reason he passed it on to you so that you had time to make a decision. He's aware that you voted, not you, because you weren't here, that the board voted to purchase equipment and solve that problem. But in all these months, the board's done nothing about it. And grass is growing. The neighbor right down the street was mowing his lawn just a few minutes before I came here, or when I came here. And we have no way to mow it. That's why it was brought up.
We have a motion and a second.
And nothing in our packet told us we were making this decision tonight.
The email was in your, the minutes were in your,
There's minutes in there with no explanation as to why the minutes are in there. And all this other information was not put here until the meeting started, or just before it started.
all right. We have a motion
We have
and
a
a
motion
second.
and a second. Everything seems to be working over there
Can
fine
you-
right now.
Can you read the motion then?
Motion by Ben that we do not go forward with park manager at this time, seconded by Tom.
All right. Roll call.
Bruce?
No.
John?
No.
Deb? No. Tom?
Yes.
And Ben?
Yes.
All right. I will call a couple of these people and ask them on something. Then I will bring it back to the board. And, that's all I'm gonna say.
Well, if that's all you're gonna say, can we talk about it for a second?
Yeah.
This is a typical way we keep doing things. So if we're gonna talk about this, do you not think it would be smart to talk about the job, talk about what we want? And if you go by your ad, please get a copy of the ad. Remember, not one thing in that ad or in here talks about management except the title. This person's a lawn maintenance person, a park person, maintenance person, that's it. So why are we calling them manager? So if you're gonna go by your ad, or you're gonna go by this, how is a manager?
I'm gonna go by, the next title I go by will be municipal maintenance.
Municipal
And
maintenance.
that's,
So we'll rerun the ad again?
No.
Will we run it 4 times or 8 times,
No.
or?
I'm just gonna call it a municipal manager because right now, the park whoever it is, I don't care how you wanna call it, most of them, they're not on the park, so they don't have to be belonging to the park, right?
Most of them?
Or just the one.
One is not a park person right now.
And I don't know who,
All the rest are committee members.
yeah.
And you have complete suggestions on how to revamp that. You've received
Yeah.
all that.
And we haven't even looked at it.
Well,
Because-
don't you think you should look at it before you make this decision? It directly impacts this decision. You've got a park and rec committee,
Yep.
and they have asked for this. You've got a parks and. I mean,
And
you've
right
got a
now,
planning
you know what I'm
commission,
about ready
they
to
have
do
asked.
with the park and rec committee?
I don't know what that has to do with this, but go ahead.
I'm about ready to remove it. Because right now, I have to wait for the planning commission to give it to me.
Whose
And
fault
they
is
can
that?
run that.
You
Specifically,
can't
whose
say-
fault is that?
You can't say you have the right to remove it. You can suggest.
I can suggest
board.
to the board
You
to
can't say,
remove the
"I'm doing it."
park and rec committee.
And why is it that way?
Because
you
the
make
park and rec
motion
was
to do
not
it.
giving us any information.
And there was asked on how to fix that, and your
And I
answer, your
said-
answer was to make the motion that everything that's good with land from now on.
Because it
And you're
wasn't,
getting
still
it,
wasn't enough.
and you're getting it.
Yeah, a lot better. Okay.
Or
Okay, now we're gonna go to public comment. Sir, you up first.
Thank you. My name is Ryan Robinson, currently a road patrol sergeant and canine handler at Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Office. This year I'm running to be the sheriff of Tuscola County, so I'm here just to give a little bit of my background and ask for some support. Coming up on 18 years of service at the sheriff's office. I started my career with the sheriff's office in corrections after I had received a bachelor's degree in criminal justice from SVSU and gone through a police academy. But I did start in the jail, started in corrections. Within the first year, I also attended a corrections academy. So I am the only candidate that has been to a corrections academy and a road patrol academy. I'm the only candidate running in this year's race that is a certified police officer in the state of Michigan. So I think that that's important to highlight to everybody. So I worked in the jail for close to 3 years. February 2009, I moved out to the road patrol. I became a field training officer. I trained 16 people during my years of being a trainer, up until the point that Glenn Schrent got our first Department K-9. I became a K-9 handler after I interviewed and applied for that position. Worked K-9 up until 2020, until I was promoted. I still work K-9 to this day. He's still not retired, but got promoted in 2020 to sergeant. Found myself involved in the training program again. Now I'm the field training supervisor, so I'm responsible for making sure all of our new candidates hit their benchmarks and hopefully successfully complete our 12-week training course. If I'm elected sheriff, I plan to be much more active in the community than the current administration. I plan on responding to scenes and things like that. I want to repair some relationships that have been damaged over the years, and I feel have been damaged over the years, not only with certain townships, but also members of the public, members within the department. I think our morale's pretty low. We keep losing people. We got a lot of turnover. I think trying to make some employees happy might go a long way to retain them. A lot of people are asking me about the jail. I think the sheriff needs to have much more transparency. A lot of people don't realize that there was more than one option with that jail. We had a study done. One option was in the $30 million range, a new site off the current location, and then there was another for keeping it at the current location, the $44 million price tag. The powers that be chose the avenue that they wanted to go. I don't think that they fully explained to the public all of the options. So I think the sheriff needs to be much more open and transparent with decisions that are made, because the public obviously has to vote on this stuff. So I'll just leave it at that, because I know it's been a long meeting already. If anybody has any questions, I'm going to stick around till the end here, or you can find me. I have a Facebook page, Ryan Robinson for Sheriff on Facebook. You can reach out to me on there. I'll answer any questions anybody might have. So I appreciate you letting me come and speak here for a few minutes. I don't want to go over my time limit. So I will just stress, though, again, I am the only police officer that is currently running in this race. And I can't imagine a sheriff running a department and responding to a scene and potentially telling police officers how to do their job that's never been a police officer themselves. So, thank you.
Anybody have a question for him?
Oh, not for him, no.
Oh,
Yeah, I do. What's happened to the current sheriff?
Scratch retiring.
He did.
Yep.
I'd heard that, but I just,
Yep. He's done end of this year, and then so it's an open seat.
and right now there's 3 people running.
Right now there's 3. I'm running. Lieutenant Harris from the jail, he's running, and right now Brandon Putman is running. So those are the 3 candidates so far that have filed. The deadline is coming up, but there still is a little bit of time if anyone else wants to throw their name in. But right now it's just the 3 of us. So.
Any other questions while he's here?
And like I said, I'll stick around if anyone wants to talk to me one-on-one or anything like that, or out in the parking lot. I'll answer any questions that anyone may have.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Trey, you had a
Yeah, just wondering if everybody got my zoning report,
Yes.
and everybody read that, and your thoughts on what I had to say about that?
There was no,
It's a white page.
opportunity
I'm
to.
kidding, no, I got nothing, because it ain't a word.
I'm kidding.
I'm not.
You don't have words, you better tell me what word.
Well, I'm just telling you, it came through blank,
Yeah, you better get word.
you know? The rest of them came through, just not yours.
You better get word.
You're having a difficult time at the court level again?
Still,
All of us.
always. Yeah, what's that? ORI number
So you're-
thing or whatever.
Yeah, but how'd you get that?
Can't get one.
You can't get,
You can't even get one?
No,
Who won't give us one? I don't. who
state of
gives us-
Michigan.
Okay.
But I thought Vassar already had that, that's why you're.
He's got one.
That's
They
what
got
I said,
one.
I thought that's if you were gonna use those Vassar.
Right, so that's what was my question, is whether or not it's in our contract, if we can use him to write the citations to go through, because he had an ORI number. And if that's in our contract, if we can do that or not.
ORI number?
Yeah, it's ORI number, isn't it? Yeah,
Just basically the party.
right, because they won't process it. So, and then we have other issues too. Everybody knows about the illegal campground, and the state of Michigan does not want to get involved in that. Too small, I guess, I'm not sure. So I was gonna have the lawyer, write them a letter and possibly, sue them, I guess.
Is that the one in Canyon?
Yeah.
They just brought another trailer in.
Yeah. See, what's happening is these people are paying their fine, okay, it takes months to get through the court system. By the time they pay their fine, let's 6 or 8 months has gone by. And like another gentleman had told me, well, gee, the fine is $160. Guy's got 5, 6, 7, 8 campers on there. That's pretty cheap lot rent. If he only has to pay this every, a couple times a year at the most.
Where else are you gonna park a trailer for $150 a year?
Right, and the same thing is going on with our blight stuff. I have 7 just on 38 here that nothing is, they go through this court system.
So, okay, let me just ask as a double advocate, because I want to know. If they help you fill out the paperwork with you there,
Well, I don't necessarily have to be there, I just need him to fill it out, go there, fill it out, drop it off.
oh, it's that City Hall.
No, I can drop it off at City Hall, but you can't do
I mean,
it.
not City Hall, but the
Yeah.
courthouse.
Yeah,
You just want to find out if we could use, if they can help us with
right.
the OR number.
Issuing the blight, that way it can go the next step, because right now it won't go to the misdemeanor step,
Okay.
because we don't have that number.
You working
So
on
what
it?
happens,
I do.
what
Will
happens,
you ask your chief or the city manager? If you guys can, because there's 2 of you,
we
right?
will have to figure out a
Right
system.
now, it's just me, we're, trying to get another, they're looking to get another fire, that'll be, end up being the township, other shift township partners.
Right now, are we getting just 40 hours?
No, because when I'm not working, or other officers are kind of double city and township.
You know, did they send you a monthly?
No, they haven't sent me.
Okay.
Can you have the chief send me a monthly hour schedule? And I will, tell them it will be confidential. Because there's a question on a red SUV that parks across the street. And he's usually there quite often, and I'm just wondering if he's,
I am driving by, I do see that red SUV, but he is gone by night.
he's gone by night?
Yeah, he's gone by night.
Okay.
So in your letter though.
Do I have any more of my 3 minutes left?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, like I said, I got 7 that I know of just right here on Saginaw Road. They go and they pay the fine, they just leave it, they don't clean it up or nothing like that, they just pay the fine. The problem is it takes 4 to 6 months to go through the whole cycle.
Yeah, we want to do it right off the get-go now.
Cut before, so, I mean, I can have, these ones here are gonna be difficult, real difficult. I was gonna have the lawyer write up a letter and see if she can get some things moving. Because right now, without having that number, it doesn't go to the next step, which is the misdemeanor. It just stops right there. So if they don't pay, they didn't pay.
Right.
That's it.
Well, I don't even want them to, I don't care about pay, I want them to get it cleaned up or
Right,
Remove.
right, because the county won't write the compliance letter.
yes, and that's what they,
They
when we
won't.
had breakfast with our attorney, she said she was gonna write that letter to all seven
Yeah,
or eight of the
townships.
townships.
I
And she never did.
haven't heard anything.
Yeah, she never did.
Yeah, so,
But, alright,
all I know is.
what else do you need for the trailer, for the camp,
I
camp?
was just gonna have her take control of that because I think we're gonna have some issues. You know, I can't do any more on that.
Right, so, alright, do we have to do something to prove that, or?
Well, that's kind of what he's asking you in his letter, which I didn't catch earlier, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yeah.
The only thing you talk about in here, you don't talk anything about the work
He
with the
doesn't
city.
have that one.
You talk about having the attorney do it.
Right, well, I was doing some research and see, there's been a few emails since that letter was written
Okay.
as far as the,
So you,
That
basically from what I'm reading, you want to have the attorney go after X, whoever, doesn't matter, with a compliance letter
yeah.
and give them the said amount of time, and then if they don't, then she would go to the next step.
Then
Which
we
I'm trying to
could
figure out what that
make a
would be.
decision on whether or not we want to go to the next step.
And that's what he wants to know if we want him to go down this path or not, because it
Right.
could get
because
costly.
It could get costly, so, and the lawyer wanted me to make sure that everybody on the board understands how costly this could get. You know,
So my question is back to the attorney. What's her suggestion to fix it?
just what I said.
Have him do it? The city?
No,
police?
that was.
That's for blight,
That's for blight.
that's for blight.
I'm talking about like issues like that, where it's real difficult, nobody's doing anything.
You're on, okay, so this is only talking about the real difficult ones.
Right,
This is not talking about
I'm
public.
talking about going forward now with writing citations. Have him write the citations.
And she's on board with that. The attorney said that'll work as long as they agree.
I haven't talked to the attorney on that.
Oh,
But that's what he needs, his IR, is
That number.
that number.
Okay.
Oh, I-
Yeah, I was gonna use him because he's got that number.
Sure.
And
So
that will move it in the court system itself.
Right, so that jumps,
The,
because they're gonna block us up there any way they
The
can
other-
possibly.
But that would cover all of them, wouldn't it?
no,
Including
no, not the
difficult
trailer,
ones.
not the trailer.
Why?
Because he's just gonna pay the fine, and that's it.
But not if we go through that process, then the
Okay,
next
then-
step kicks in, right?
The next step is,
A misdemeanor.
he gets a bench warrant and he has a misdemeanor.
But that comes with this process.
A misdemeanor is nothing.
It does, yes, it does come with this process, but you're gonna sit over there, he's gonna have trailers sitting there on that property until that goes through the whole process again. Like I said, 6, 8 months.
That's a minimum just to get him on the ballot, just the first time.
Doctor.
Doctor.
Now,
Then you got,
it takes about 5 to 6 months,
just to get the fine.
just to get it all circled around, and then it stops at the misdemeanor part. Stops there. You can't go no further because I don't have that number.
But if he does that, you have that number. That's what I'm confused about.
Yes, I know, but what I'm trying to do is something for this year.
Right.
This is.
Oh, faster route for this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get
So
this-
can we play both
otherwise
ends
he-
against the middle? Start this process
I
on
want-
all of them, and maybe not that one, if that's what you're saying.
Right, I wanna start this process as soon as I can, along with.
And that process would hypothetically go through all the steps.
Right.
And you do-
Person pays their first fine and does nothing. Now they are eligible for the second
And then
situation.
what happens is, then we'll find the difficult ones. We can weed out the other ones that take care of the stuff, and then those difficult ones, we can turn that over to the attorney and let the attorney handle it. It's gonna have to go.
I say go for it.
It's gonna
Yeah,
have
but
to
if
go.
you give him carte blanche on going to the attorney, it could be very.
Well, for
quick.
right now.
So you better
know,
pick some narrow.
For right now,
That guy has.
the campsites. Well, we'll just name it that, okay?
Okay, I can do the campsite, that's no problem.
As of right now.
But still start this other process. We have no
Start the
problem
other
with that.
process with the OR.
Okay.
I think you already talked
You
to
gotta
him
talk
about
to
it.
them. Huh?
You already talked to the officer.
Right, you gotta talk to whoever.
Right.
Right, we already,
Police chiefs. Yeah.
and once, what I learned is, once you get one or two like that,
Uh-huh.
they all start falling in place.
Nah, they don't fall in place.
But I don't think we're gonna have a
There's no
problem
way.
with this process, maybe with that, I think, but I mean, this, because it does say in the contract about assisting with these things.
Yes, it does say that.
I mean, it is in the contract. Now, is
They're
it
not-
spelled out for those words? I don't know about that.
Yeah, they're not gonna fall into place.
Not at all.
No.
Not much.
We got,
Yes.
Have you
Okay.
ever talked to the attorney
what is
about it?
today?
Are they
Today, I've already gotten 3 complaints.
overloaded? Are they helping us with this stuff?
Just here on 38.
Oh, 38.
Because we made a motion before
Main
to
roads.
add
are
another.
access.
And they're the
Sure.
same ones
That's
over
more-
and
We
over
have to be
and
kind
over.
of what's going on. Hold on.
Same
What's-
ones.
What's
He's
that?
past 3 minutes.
They're the same ones
Yeah.
over and over and
Yeah, I
over.
know.
They go back, some of them I can go back to 10 years ago. You know, the records are a little
Well,
scratchy. back
there's a
then.
few that, after the 3 months, are right back to same trash.
They just don't clean it up.
Well, they pick it up. Within 3 months, it goes right back to trash.
Well, none of the ones that I've done have picked it up.
No.
Every one of them is, it's the same, they just leave it there, or they move it over here.
Alright,
What I would like to do is
let's see what they do on this.
1, 2, 3, there's 5 on 38, I'd like to turn it over to the attorney.
If you don't get a reply back within 2 weeks with the attorney on the one, let me know, and I will get a hold of her and say what's going on. Because right now, it took us, what, two months to get the car one from her?
Why don't you just call her now?
Yeah, well,
Instead of
Yeah.
using Troy,
I'll call her.
use the trustee board.
I'll call
You
her.
know, when I talk to her, she's always willing to have a Zoom meeting during your board meeting for questions. Maybe that is something I recommend. You guys could do,
Right.
set up maybe your meeting, you
Right.
guys are gonna be doing, what
You're
is
probably,
that?
you're 3 minutes. Any other, Bob?
Can you give me the 3 dumpster dates again?
The date?
May 17th, 18th, and 19th.
Yeah. You're gonna let him know, right?
I do have one thing I want about the information on the raise for the maintenance and stuff over there. You said you didn't get it, the information on that. I did the notes at our meeting, I typed them, I turned it in Monday morning. That was in there. It was discussed in our meeting. It was voted on. Tom, you were there. You voted on it. You know it was. And so if it's not getting to you, then that's where the change is. Something's got to change there because the information's there.
Well, I know
It's
the
brought in.
And we do want to change it.
Something's got to. The communication between the committees and boards have to.
All right, any other comment? Public comment? Bob?
Okay. What I see here is, you guys want to go after attorneys who cost a lot of money. Now, I understood on our contract we got with them, we were supposed to have 2 officers, that was one of the things that got away from the sheriff because they couldn't supply 2, and you went into this, now we still don't have 2, I thought on the contract, am I wrong?
It
We
says
don't have 2.
It says 2.
It does, okay, no, that's one thing, one question. And I think that, whatever, we need some help. Hopefully his boss is gonna let us do this paperwork and can start coming, you can save a lot of the attorney. And this attorney has not been very fast at all in the first place. and you could work, maybe it would save us some money. Whether you do a Zoom or whatever. But the attorney's not the cheap way to go. Use their credentials and get it going in the process.
You have somebody in uniform deliver it, so
Yep,
then that's gonna make a difference.
And no,
Well, the one
at the
is
court
not
is where you
gonna
need
do
it.
it. The one, I already know that.
The court's where you need it.
I've already.
Second thing, when you guys are running your bids on this, and on this hall, or whether it's a parking lot, or anything done here, there's a lot of people that supply and that do things, and they don't even have workman's comp. They don't have underground insurance, and you guys better make really sure that you got some good insurance, because you guys are liable in the state of Michigan. There's some laws that went in April 1st, 4 years ago. And anybody can say they got insurance, but it better come right from the insurance company with your and name and address at a coverage with a number, binding, the whole thing. And just, I don't want you guys to be short, because that insurance is not cheap. Anybody can turn in if they're using people that don't have workman's comp, that don't have licenses, they're using them as subs. They can come in with cheap bids, because insurance is expensive.
Okay. Any other
You
public
want to
comment?
cover your ass.
I will make a motion to adjourn at 9 o'clock.
Second.
So how does that care?
We'll have to figure out.
I certainly did.
They don't have insurance.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Who seconded?
Aye.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carried. 9 o'clock.
He wants the monthly hours. So you want me, the county officer,
No, it's
issue ordinance citations do not have a.
Right.
I just want to double check.
If you return messages once in a while, that could have been to you, Dave.
Sure.
And I have to work.
It's easy, Bob, because that's exactly what you would say to me about the message.
So,
Literally verbatim, Bob. That was exactly, that's a quote of what that's what you said.
And I understand that. My fault right away, because I didn't have
Yeah, like I said, the trigger.
See you guys later.
The quote, the company.
From you. I Just buy another box blade or another grapple or another tractor or something like that. Yeah.
I can pull my citations without having your heads.
So now
You get that shut off there?
No, I'm trying to get these.
I understand.
and they want to get rid of us.
Yeah, it's hard.